Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Queen's Garden Sakura Season, and the key was provided by developer. This is a match 3 game with annoying mechanic, the same as always. Sadly, I keep trying games from this developer and he always does the same problematic thing, the same annoying mechanic, which I'm gonna show you in a moment. And it also has a few additional elements like mini games and a garden that you can make, but it really doesn't serve much purpose. So let's start with options. We have sliders and we have full screen button, so that's good. Also, you can push the game into easy mode, which is nice, and it's not timed and it's kind of easier, so I guess that's a good idea. Let's see, language maybe. Oh, there's quite a few languages, so that's also nice. So menu is okay, the options are okay. Extras is just credits, so nothing. Play. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I did to some extent and how the gameplay looks, the gameplay loop. Content-wise, it has a lot of levels. I should be able to show you here. It has 120 levels, including mini games every few levels. So there is a lot of content. The problem is what the content is like. Now that's the garden. You might think that people will come here, watch what's presented in the garden, and that you will get some sort of points. But no, you get absolutely nothing from it. You just get access to next garden, which you can then make the same way. So you make paths for people. I should be able to make one, I guess. Let me see. Yes, you can make a path like this. It costs you money that you have to get from playing levels. Then you can put here one of the elements. It could be a plant or it could be something man-made. So let's do something man-made. Let's say Buddha statue. Put it here. Right, we click, we get some points, and we get some level, and it unlocks more stuff. So you just do this until you unlock everything and until you build up all 6 gardens, which serves actually no purpose. Maybe that's the way you finish the game, but I'm pretty sure you just have to do 120 levels. Not sure what's the point of this, but it doesn't unlock anything. It's just well, you build this stuff, then you get more stuff. So well, you can build this, for instance, at some level. You can build a pond, you can build a sandmark, but it really does nothing. Let's maybe build something more. Okay, so a bush would be like this. Again, same story. We spend money, they build it. There's a visitor coming back and forth very slowly, but he doesn't produce any resources, so it's completely useless. It's just to look at it. The point is just to look at it, like what you built, and that's it. So once more, the first garden. How does it look when you actually build more stuff? And then we go to gameplay, right? So you can just make as many things as you want. You can also delete them and make more. I think you can just delete and build them again, so you will rack up the level to the full. Let's maybe see. This, not sure. It will be unlocked probably, and it goes like, let's see the numbers. Could be probably 26. Here you would have 32, and for this 32. So you probably need around 32 levels of garden. I have level 10. Now when it comes to gameplay, I'm just gonna play one level and one mini game. So let's do it. It's gonna be boring, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's just how the game is. So as always, we have the same problem that exists in every game so far from this developer. You have to clear a specific tile more than once. So you don't just do this, which is typical match 3. You actually need to do match 4 or match 5, because that unlocks some powers you can use. Usually you can, or for instance this one, right, that would clear the whole row. And you have to clear those once more, and you have to clear those twice. So you just do more than one connection on a specific tile. It's not just doing this, because it does nothing. Even what we have to do, our goal is to clear the tiles. It's not to get some points by connecting. So you do match 3, but it's not really match 3. It's more like match 4. and unlocking those locked tiles, and it's gonna take forever. Sometimes it just really takes forever. You can be stuck, and then the whole thing will reset, and then you will eventually maybe do it. So I'm just gonna try to connect probably anything, just hoping that we'll get some better move. That's a 4 again, but we can't connect it. 3 is a dead move, which does nothing. That's a 4. Yes, now we can do this. So it's gonna clear. See, those were cleared once. Now they have to be cleared again to get the goal, and then it's finished. So you have to connect the match 3 on a particular tile, and sometimes you have to do it twice, and it's gonna extremely inflate the gameplay. So it's gonna last for a long time, but it's like this, right? You do pretty much nothing for a long time. You just try and try and try until something moves, something unlocks. Now this is gonna explode. So we get access to more stuff. We clear some stuff. This is gonna clear as well. So we got some well, progression. Those are stuck still. There is little strategy you can do. This well, fly, it's not a fly, it's a bee, I guess, or a wasp. Maybe let's do this. Okay, so this wasp will remove one particular type of tile, one type of thing from all the tiles. So it's, if we move it to the right, it's gonna take the fish. It's gonna take the fish from here, so the chains. It's gonna also take the fish from here. Let's see. They fly and they take all the pieces. So if you do match 5, you can do this, and it speeds up the process. But as you can see, we have still 39 to do. I know it's taking a long time, but sorry guys, that's what I wanted to show you. That's how it plays, right? Now we cleared something again. That was lucky actually, because we cleared the whole row. And well, we just have to do it constantly until we eventually reach some conclusion. Like again, I can use the wasp. Maybe let's clear this. I can use the wasp again on the fish, but I don't want to. Yeah, she's gonna also be activated if I move not the wasp on the icon, but icon on the wasp. It's the same. But I think we cleared. We now have 27 to go. I can do this, and it's gonna clear nothing, but we will have more stuff falling, so it can cause the chain reaction, and we might get something. Like that's a bomb that's useless in this position. We also have another fly. So I'm gonna use it on the, well, I did, alright, forgot the name, how it's called. So on this blue thing, the pot, I think, we can call it a pot, a teapot maybe. Alright, so let's go for this. It's gonna clear this one here, and this cleared itself because they fell. This is gonna clear some of it, but not all. And that's a 4. 4 would do nothing. Let's have another 4. Again, useless. So this will clear again nothing. And we can take away, well, let's do this. It's gonna take all the green ones. We fell down to 5, only 5 to go, but they are still have to be done twice, right? So this is, as you can see, very slow process. Here I'm stuck, I can't do anything. I could use another wasp on the fish, so this is gonna clear 2 of them. And now we have to do the teapot and the, well, the sushi. I can't redo it quickly, I'm afraid. I don't think so. I can maybe move this here. Yes, the sushi comes and we are done. So that's how you do it, right? And every level so far was something like this. Double or triple tiles in a specific position, some more mechanics appearing, but it's pretty much the same stuff all the time. You always get stuck with this double and triple specific slot position. So you don't do just match 3, you have to do match 4, match 5, and unlock those specific tiles, which in some games is a mechanic that appears from time to time, but here this is constantly the main problem. Every time you play the game, you stumble upon the same issue. So those 15 levels, always the same, always. I mean, you know what, I'm gonna check the first one. I can't even believe it's even in the first level, but probably it is. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, see, the same problem from very first level. One and the same mechanic all the time. Clear the 12 tiles more than once. I'm gonna do it again. Just look how bad it goes. Yes, you take one, then two, but this one has to be done again. Like this is useless now because I can do this, but it does nothing, right? I can clear yet another. Now I can clear three, which was lucky. I clear one, I clear one, and one. It's faster because there is just easier map, but yeah, 15 levels, all the time same mechanic, every time one and the same thing. I'm not sure I will get 250 actually. I don't think so. Maybe I will. It would be weird because I just played it. I played it before. I actually got so much points. Well, I could grind the first level. That's weird. I think you get less if you repeat. Well, apparently you could just clear first level. Actually, we can do it once more. You know what? Let's do it once more. Let's do it once more, just to see what unlocks if you actually get a level. That's weird. There's actually a lot of points for first level. I know you get less if you repeat the mini game, but you get actually quite a lot of points for just first level. Yeah, I can do. No, I can do this. See, that 4 did nothing. You have another move, but it's not gonna lock anything. So again, that clears one. This one is stuck, so it's kind of whatever here. I can do it like this, and we can clear. Let's clear those two, and maybe like this, and then one more. Yes, I can clear it. Okay. So there you go. You can farm like this. Let's see if we still get the same score. Probably. We don't get the gems, but we get the money and experience for the garden, I think. Also, this should be faster, generally speaking, because it's rather slow. Yeah, see, 50 and money. So I could build like 2 or even 3 paths. So that's like 30 experience plus 50. Yeah, you could grind it. You could definitely grind it. See, you get a lantern and you get camellia, and you can build those now, and you can just keep grinding and grinding. Of course, it's higher level, so now it's yeah, 50 at a time. That would take 9 attempts. So do the same level 9 times, you get to level 12, and so on. Now, when it comes to actually progressing, I can show you the mini game. I don't know what mini game it will be. I think they're different, the mini games, because so far they were different, which is a nice addition, but still doesn't really. Is it the same? Pairs of plant disease. That's quite interesting. There was another one with pairs, but this one is already visible. Yeah, there's a variety of those. That's nice, I would say. We relieve the plants from the spots, and we just do it. Yeah, it's iteration of a previous mini game, but it's different. So the mini games are fine. They're quite easy, and they are varied. But everything goes to the same idea. You unlock next level in this 120 levels, and you also build up your garden eventually. So now I could use 3000, and let's say I could build 30 tiles and go 300 here, or I could build something bigger. So let's see if I have something bigger. Yeah, that's the camellia. I could be, yes, if I buy 6 of them, it would be also 300. So that's the same as just building tiles. And lantern is bad. Yes, this is useless. So what you can do at this point, I will show you. You just have to do this, which is actually some tactic I used in some games where just the number of stuff counted. Right? You just do. Can I just draw it? No, I can draw it. So you just build like this, right? Doesn't matter where it is. Doesn't matter if it makes sense. We'll just make a big, well, sort of a square area. It serves no real purpose. I mean, people could walk there, but it's kind of useless. See, 300 there. We spent everything, and we just grind more and repeat and get another level and just beat it. By the way, there is actually no achievements. I think there is no achievements for this game. So you don't even play it for achievements. you just do it for whatever reason. I don't see the reason, but well, that's what you do. You just build this garden, and then you build another garden, and you build 6 gardens. You go through all that content, ridiculous number of content, all those mini games and all those match 3 games, which are all the same. And the match 3 games are all the same. There is different layout of the map, but it's the same mechanic. You always go for those match 4, match 5, use the special attacks to slowly unlock the uh, specific tiles, and then you beat the level. And those numbers of stuff that you get, those items that you actually connect, that they don't lead to anything. It's not that you get sushi and then you sell it or anything like it. No, it's just an icon. You connect an icon to finish a level, and then you get another level and you do the same. So it's a big waste of a good game idea, because match 3 games can be done really well if they are connected to some other mechanic. If you would get, let's say, some sort of renown points here for people like seeing your stuff, or if you get bonuses or set bonuses for setting stuff in a specific way, or meeting some criteria, like have 2 of each bush, and then it would give you like reputation, and reputation would give you a power to use anything. But there is nothing. There's absolutely nothing. That's the whole game. It took me 16 minutes to show you everything, but it was just mostly grinding, very slow grinding, and going through the same content. And I already played like 3 or 4 games from this guy, and they are all the same. It's just different textures, but it's always the same problem with the core gameplay, with this match 3 element. Sometimes you have powers that you can load and use, but there is never something interesting around it. It's nothing like Puzzle Quest or Gems of War or anything like it. It's always the core gameplay of match 3 with some obstacles. Mostly the obstacle is the double and triple tile that you have to hit in a specific spot. And sometimes you have powers, sometimes you don't have powers. Here it's just those match 4 and match 5 elements that give you a power. And then sometimes there is another element slapped on this, like in this case it's a garden. Sometimes you unlock a part of the story, but it's all linear. It's very generic, very default. Like it works for a match 3 game, but it works in a bad way. Like it might make people think that those match 3 games are all that's about the genre, and it's not. They're actually very good match 3 games, but it's not here, and it's not in the previous games. For some reason, it's always the same stuff, just sort of rebranded with different textures, with different topic, but it's the same game all the time, with very annoying mechanic. So for me, this is 4 out of 10, because I think that this is just below standard. This is definitely below standard of a match 3 game. It doesn't add any interesting mechanic around it. It's just the core game, and it has this annoying element of those forced tiles. If it was just a score run that you can just collect points by connecting, well, 3 you get some points, 4 you get more points, 5 you get even more points, and so on, then it would make even more sense, because at least it would be fast paced and kinda maybe challenging a bit. But just doing this very slowly and grinding in each game the same way with different textures, that's just boring, very boring. So yeah, for me that is just 4 out of 10. It works for a match 3 game, of course. It doesn't break. You can play it, you can do all the 120 levels if you want. You can build those gardens, you can level up everything, but well, you won't even get achievements for it, so that's quite sad. Or maybe they will appear at some point. So you grind something for no reason. It's more about doing 120 puzzles, or actually less, because some of this is well, let's see, some of this is mini games, but I think they have different number. Let's see the number actually before I finish. How is it numbered? Yes, that's actually level 15 and level 15 minigame. So there is full 120 levels of match 3 plus minigames. Yeah, so that's a lot of content. But as I say, it's rather generic, repetitive, and sort of empty inside. Like it doesn't really lead to anything. Even achievements, even some. I don't even think there are leaderboards. So it's very weird. You're grinding something for no reason, and actually you're just doing 120 puzzles, sort of. If you can call match 3 a puzzle, maybe it is. Can I recommend it? No, I can't recommend it. Even if you like this genre, there are just better games, especially Gems of War, which is free to play, and you can definitely look for any match 3 game that does something different. Because if it does something different, it might actually have some sort of upgrade system, might actually lead to some progression in the game, could be more interesting. But if it's something like this, then whenever you see such game, it's gonna be the same. It might look differently, it might have completely different topic, but it's gonna be one and the same game, especially if it has the same annoying mechanic as this one. So they're all the same, they are just well, different textures and different topics. So unless you're a hardcore fan of this exactly type of game, in which case sure, buy all of them because they're all the same, you just get more of the same. Unless you're a hardcore fan of this particular type of match 3 game, which is probably the worst one, I can't recommend it. But the game is operational. It's not broken, it's just boring. So that was Queen's Garden Sakura season. I give it 4 out of 10. This is a below standard match 3 game. And I'll see you guys in the next review.